Hey everybody, I'm Janice Vest and I'm on the streets today. We've got a lot of things going on, but right now I'm in Stites Furniture here visiting with Angela and Zack McQuay, owners of this beautiful spot. Now, I've been in here several times doing other interviews, and we've talked a lot about your store and the things that you do, kind of with other things we're doing, but these two are like tacking jello to a wall. So we've not been able to actually get to talk with them. But this is one of the young couples in our community who are helping to make a difference in the landscape of this community in a variety of ways. So I wanted a chance to get to pick your brain. Okay? So obviously this is Angela.
Hello.
This is Zack. So we're kind of winging this on a cuff today, but remember it's not going to CBS or NBC or Fox News, so we're all good, okay? It's hometown. So tell us a little bit about, whoever wants to talk about yourselves and what got you into the businesses that you're in, and just about your family and what you do.
Go, Zach.
Yeah, I'll start. So when we got married, I had McQuay Construction, and she had B&J Insurance,
Right.
and she had Classic Cleaners.
Right.
I think the first business we bought together was the
Roll-offs.
roll-offs.
We started
Roll-offs.
that.
The roll-offs, the rags
Right.
roll-offs. And so on the construction side, it's just always a need for us for having dumpsters, and we can never find any.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, hey, let's start a roll-off business. And
Great.
so, we started that. I don't even know how many roll-offs we have now, 30 plus
30
maybe.
plus,
Which helps with the community. We donate a lot of those to the cleanups,
Absolutely.
to the towns and the churches and schools. We always waive our fee and donate that. And then we bought the car wash.
And the reason why we bought the car wash was because out my front window of my insurance agency, it was such an eyesore.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, we need to clean this up and make it look nice
And you did a
for
great
people
job.
driving through Eufaula. And so
So we
So we
bought
did
that.
that.
Yeah,
And
we
it
bought.
works all the time.
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time. Fingers crossed. But
most
and
of
so
the
then
time.
after that, I think that we went from there and we bought the junior high.
Uh-huh.
But we had looked at buying the junior high before the car wash, but we didn't know what we would do with it. And so
So we're always looking, like we will drive around town
Yeah.
and we're just like, oh, what can we do with this building?
Well, for
How can we
folks
make
that
it
are
better?
watching that don't know about our junior high building, it's been there since when?
it went in service 1921.
Right. And when the new school was built, that building has been vacant as long as I've been here, almost since
I-
2002,
So it
2003.
swapped. Last year of high school was in '67 because that was my dad's high school year. So they swapped him as mid senior year, and so then I was there 7th, 8th, and 9th. And I want to say they built a new school in 04, 05-ish,
Right,
somewhere
right.
in there. And so
Along
from
with
there
that.
until we bought it in 15 or 16.
Right. So that building had
it's
been
empty.
sitting there vacant and in really bad repair.
Yeah.
But I think you told me one day you just could tell it had bones to it.
Yes. Yes. I wish we could show a video of what it looked like when we tore it down. It was basically like a parking garage,
Right.
And so we had a contract to build a new facility there where the old Sonic was, and they was having space issues with. We had to have so many parking spaces for
places.
square footage.
Right.
And so then we was doing the same thing at Health and Wellness up on the hill where City Hall is now temporarily. Same thing. And so we had bought this building, and I was in a meeting about those two things. I'm like, hey, I know where a big building is. And that's honestly how it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we kind of put that together.
And now it's the Health and Wellness
Now
Center.
it's Health and Wellness, yeah.
It's beautiful and
Yeah, and
kept
when
them-
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And when I sent over the plat map to our banker to purchase this property, he immediately sent it back to me, the Jordan sent it back to me with a little red circle that said FSB right here.
Farmers State Bank.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
So both of those, and you've taken and kept architectural integrity, historical architectural integrity to an old building that was there and a new building.
And that's what we try to do with our new building, is the new bank, is we wanted to kind of stay with our medical building, because it's very extravagant masonry. We spend a lot of money, or the Jordans spend a lot of money. on their bank because we wanted to kind of resemble
Right.
our building because we just wanted
It
to
just
make
doesn't
it
look
nice.
like something that just stuck over there and it
Yeah,
was an afterthought.
yes.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yes,
Just a metal
and so
building or something.
yeah,
And then what about this space?
So
I mean,
how this happened was I was eating lunch, and of course I knew the Stats forever. I bought furniture here, and they come to us or come to me and said, "Have you ever thought about owning a furniture store?" I said, "No." I said, "But my wife likes your building because we would ride bikes by here on the sidewalk." And she's like, "I said, she would love to have the building." And then a few weeks go by. I don't know, maybe
Well, we couldn't justify. I wanted to move my insurance agency, but we couldn't justify 15,000 square feet for
Right,
an insurance
just-
agency.
yeah.
And I wanted this building because I just knew that we could make it just look fabulous.
again, it has great bones to it.
yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We just don't build them like this anymore because it's just too expensive.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
it's just too expensive, and so.
Yeah. So a few weeks went by, and we kind of discussed it, went over some financials.
Yeah, it was funny. She calls me one day and she says, "Hey, did you drop off a makeup box?" I was like, I wouldn't know what kind of makeup you wore anyways. I said, "So that's not me." But he'd had some appraisals and a little bit of finance stuff, but he put it in the Clinique makeup box.
Oh, Mr. Stein.
And, yes, and drops it off the insurance office to
Get your
whoever's at the front
attention,
desk.
didn't it?
My
Yeah.
attention.
And so she called me. She's like, "Hey, we need to kind of set up a meeting." So I called him, and we sit back there, and that's how we acquired this because we wasn't even finished with our other building before we started this project.
Right, right.
So we never dreamed about starting another one in the amongst
Right.
of that huge project. So
Well,
Then
again,
we found
it's-
out we were pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then you're pregnant.
Then there was the baby.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you have a roll-off business, you have this construction business, you have a furniture store, you have an insurance business,
Car
Car
wash.
car wash,
And
you
Rex
have
properties,
the
yeah.
babies, and so
yeah.
again, as young entrepreneurs in the community, I guess I kind of know the answer to that from your story, but what made it important for you to continue to invest in this community?
For me, my family's been here all my life. What money, whatever we've made in Eufaula, we've been around just a long time, and so we wanted to keep it here. A lot of people that, they start doing good, they generally move off. We just want to stay here. There's lots of opportunities here if you'll just capitalize on them.
Exactly.
And that's how people ask us, how did you get in all these things? They just come to us.
Right.
It's not that when we got married, we didn't think about having all
Yeah.
the things that we have, but it's just that they come to us, and
So
that's
if
the
you have an
honest
open
truth.
mind and
Yeah.
some vision and some hard work
Work
ethic.
ethic.
Yeah, work
we
ethic.
don't mind to work.
Right.
Yeah.
That's part of it. We work really hard, and
Yeah, she had a baby on Thursday, and we get released from the hospital on Sunday. We come to the office for 3 or 4 hours on Sunday, and we get released for the baby because we'd been in Tulsa, and so
Right.
we had to kind of get caught up. But
And that's the difference. A lot of people see the success of other people and assume that things are handed to you easily, but it's work. It's hard work.
yes,
Somebody has to start that ball rolling, right?
I mean, it's nothing for us to work 12, 16-hour days. I mean, it's just kind of our normal.
hmm
Yeah.
And see, for me, my grandpa started McQuay Concrete, and my dad took over, and I took over in 10 or 9 or 10. I can't remember what year it was. And so we had a name. They started the name.
Right.
I just, we basically just took it to a different level.
Right.
And because there was opportunities come out, and we capitalized on them, and that's it.
And that's
And I tell
wonderful.
people that they can do the same things. That's like, maybe not on as big a scale, but start small. I mean, we
Start
didn't
small.
start out with all this stuff.
And my
You know?
next question was going to be, what's your advice to other young people in this community who are looking for opportunity and how to become an entrepreneur? So the magic is
I think it's just hard work.
Work.
People ask us, or ask me, does the city help you do this? And I'm not saying taking anything away from the city because they're wonderful, but we make our own things happen. We don't look, we
Exactly.
don't go to the city looking for tax breaks, or we figure out a way to make it happen.
And
And that's the
and
art
that's
key.
the magic.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it that,
If
that's
you wanna
it.
call it magic.
Yeah. There's no. We don't look out for handouts. We just try to make it work. I mean,
Right. And that takes a big obligation on your part.
it does.
But it's worth it because then you've created something that is a legacy now to your family.
Yeah.
You'll continue that.
Yeah.
We just got finished visiting with Tom and Kathy Forsey and saw you all over there.
Yeah,
And that's
they-
that kind
yeah.
of a family
Yeah.
legacy that I know a lot of families build a business and then there's nobody to take that over.
Right.
Or they don't appreciate the work effort that goes into it.
That's right.
And that's why we really wanted to visit with you all, because you set an example for the community and for a generation to come along with you.
I just tell them, hard work pays off in the end. I mean, that's honestly it.
That's it.
We have some more things coming up, and we always say we're done, and then something else comes up. You know what I mean?
Never done.
No, we're never. You're never done.
You're never done.
So we just, as things come up, we if we can make it work, that's what we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, one of the questions I'm asking folks this year on my personal interviews is, what was your life-changing moment? Now, some people say it's when they got married, when they had their children, and that's a life-changing moment. But for each of you, I want you to tell me, what do you think the moment in your life was when you saw the world differently? I love it when they have to think about it.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Something that happened in your life that made you...
I would say for me, I was a school teacher at Quinton. I went through a divorce, and my prayer group, we just got together because I wanted to have something for my daughter Gracie and I where I could be more available to her, and I also take care of my grandparents, and so I wanted something with a little flexible hours. So I thought going into a business for myself would be would give me that opportunity. Of course, you do have flexible hours, but you work a lot.
Yeah.
You work a lot. And we just really prayed about it. My prayer group and I did, and that's when I had the opportunity to meet Julie Huff, and I purchased her insurance agency in 2009. And I would say that's really when things changed for me. And then, 5 years later, I met you, and we got married. So
That's probably your life-changing moment.
Yeah. Yeah. For me is that, I worked with my dad, and, I saw my grandpa and them do the same thing that I've done. But growing up, we only made money 7 or 8 months out of the year. And so when I was younger, I knew that I wanted to do something different, because as, I worked for my dad, I was just an employee, when we started. And I wanted to be able to keep better employees, so you got to be able to work them year round. And so I always wanted to diversify. I don't know that I want to diversify as much as we have, but for me, I just wanted to be able to provide a sustaining job for employees year round, because there's not, patting myself on the shoulder, there's not a lot of people around that can do that in construction. Our guys draw a check 52 weeks a year, And so when I worked for my dad, and then when he worked for his dad, we just wasn't able to do that.
Right.
Now we may be painting or moving furniture or, or
working
whatever
it is.
Mowing.
Yeah, I mean, we have lots of
they'll be
indies
doing
now,
something.
but we're fortunate enough that we can provide them,
Right.
a living 2
Right.
weeks a year,
And your story is wonderful, and we share that understanding of the insurance business because I did that for 25 years. When you're looking for just that right thing that fits your family, fits you, and that you're making something better for your family.
Absolutely.
And so, I appreciate that because I was looking for something similar when I got into the business, and working for myself.
Yes.
Working for yourself sounds like glorious,
it
sexy
does.
kind of thing.
I tell them
doesn't
all the time. I tell them all the time. They're like, yeah. Yeah, like, oh, you have it so easy. I'm like, listen.
You have no idea.
You just come spend a week in our shoes, and you're like, y'all are nuts.
I told him last week after I had worked, was it last week or the week before I had worked, it was maybe during spring break or something, I had worked 16-hour days, 4 or 5
taxes,
days.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
trying to get ready for taxes for 6 businesses is a lot. And I told him, I was like, I could do a 9-to-5 job right now. It'd be great.
And before, other than until 2 years ago, it was just her that did all the office work. And so generally, like when we went out in the public, it was always me getting everything, all Zach, and of course it's wonderful, but she was behind the scenes making sure everybody got paid, and she was, I wouldn't say my secretary, but I was calling, making these demands like I got to have this done today, because I know that she could get it done. But when we'd get it out, when we'd be out in the public, people didn't see the part that she did.
But that's a partnership.
Absolutely, because I couldn't do it without that. Now we have somebody in the office that's wonderful. Now we look back like, how did we ever do it? But we'd be at the office till midnight or 2 o'clock, doing billing and, you know,
Oh, yeah.
just doing all that stuff. And so, you know, now we're fortunate enough to have somebody, which makes our life easier, but we're still here all the time.
Right,
You
right.
know? But it just takes a whole team to put it together.
It does.
And we have a great team.
And we just all appreciate having folks like you in the community leading by example.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping that their story is encouraging to those of you that are looking for a future down the road, whether it's here or somewhere else. But keeping your roots at home is special.
Yeah, and there's lots of opportunities. You know, I mean,
There are opportunities.
I never dreamed I'd be in the trash business or the furniture business. You know,
Right.
there's opportunities.
Just have
You
to be open to
You just
that.
got to be open to them.
Absolutely.
I know. I look at Main Street. I look at the comments on Facebook.
Oh, you can't go there. You just can't.
You know,
go there.
I don't ever comment on anything, but I just look at that and I look at the things that they're complaining about, and I'm just, you know, it just takes someone to take the initiative to
Be
make
part
something
of
look-
the solution, not a part of the
Yes.
problem.
Well, just like you know, when you was over there, you probably cleaned your own sidewalk. We clean our own sidewalk. You know what I mean? If there's trash out there in the street, we pick it up.
You go pick it up.
You know, I don't call and complain to the city. You know what I mean?
Right.
We pick it up. You know.
Exactly.
And you know, just like the city, you know, they're struggling with infrastructure issues. You know, so when they have issues that if we can help, we go and donate our time. You know, we donate our equipment. You know, to try
Exactly.
to help them because it helps all of us. And if
It's a
everybody
community.
would do that, it'd be a little bit better.
Yes. Yes, I've been known to walk down the street with a broom
Absolutely. But you
and a
have to-
trash sack.
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt anybody to do that.
And it's just better in your business, even if you don't have a business. You know, you see some pick it up, throw in the trash.
Pick it up.
Because people that's setting the trash cans and you know, what I mean, I know he's part team up. You know, they're getting donations and they're donating their time
Exactly.
to do that.
So
for
pitch
our
in a
city.
little bit and
Pitch
help.
in a little- That's right.
Right.
And you may not be able to donate your time. It doesn't
Yep.
cost anything to donate your time.
And I think I said that the other day, that it takes a lot of people, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. And the more people you have, just like with your business, the more people you have on your team
That's right.
that see the vision, the better. It's the same with our city. It's the same with the chamber. It takes a team and it takes a community to make things better. Well, I appreciate you all taking time out today from
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
hear my-
things you
hear
have.
my phone
The
ringing over
phone's
there,
ringing
yeah.
in the other part. And if you haven't been into Stites, you need to come in and check this out. This is the most beautiful furniture, the most beautiful store. If you can't find what you're looking for, you haven't been looking. So thank you all.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Have a blessed
Thank you.
Easter.
Y'all good.
All right.
That's awesome.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Awesome.